TIL Paul Newman's friends loved his homemade salad dressing so much he started a company to sell it. That company, which now sells a variety of foods, gives 100% of its profits to charities. Newman never took any money, and in just its first decade over $50 million was given away. He named his Fig Newton rip-off product Fig Newmans. Pretty funny. I remember Paul saying in an interview at one time that his food products made far more money than his movie career ever did. Man was class personified. My husband and I were just discussing this with the rise of celebrities branding their own alcohol for huge profits. I remember when Paul Newman died while I was in college. We were talking about it at my job, and a coworker, about my age, didn't know who he was. I said, "The actor and salad dressing guy. He has tons of salad dressings at the store. How have you not heard of him?" He said, "Well, it's not like his picture is on the bottle of dressing. He's responsible for Barrettstown, https://www. Barrettstown.org/about/ children's charity here in Ireland." More than 2 decades ago, Paul Newman had a vision. Imagine if children living with serious illness had the chance to simply be children. To just have fun. So he started a camp where kids could, in his words, raise a little hell. The company incorporated humor into its label packaging, as in the label for its first salad dressing in 1982, "Fine Foods since February." Ha! Paul's mango salsa is my favorite salsa in the world, and it hasn't been in Canada since April. I emailed the company and they replied they're having supply issues. I miss my Newmans. I worked at one of the summer camps he started, and these products benefited. It was designed specifically for children with terminal and life-threatening illnesses. The man was an absolute saint. Cool Ranch Luke. He started the company after his son's overdose. At least I think that's what they said in Winning, The Racing Life of Paul Newman. He was also a great race car driver, a real passion of his that he leaned into after Scott's death. His pasta sauce is pretty great. Especially at that price point. I work at a nonprofit, and last year we applied for and won a grant from Newman's Own. So by purchasing Newman's Own products, you're supporting the kids and families that we serve. Smiley. It's well made, too, and kept simple with just a few types. Smart man. I'm in the UK, and Newman's Own is the only ranch dressing I've been able to find here. It's a goddamn godsend. Imo, Paul Newman is the no. One Hollywood example of, men want to be him, women want to be with him. Amazingly talented, amazingly good looking, incredibly generous, absolutely loyal, married to the same equally beautiful woman for 50 years, routinely refused to be treated like a star, routinely elevated others. The list goes on. This is the guy who walked with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in his famous March on Washington in 1963, back when visibly appearing to support civil rights could get an actor labeled as a troublemaker and ruin his career. This is the guy who, when he discovered that Susan Sarandon was getting paid less than him on a movie, gave her part of his salary. This is the guy who founded the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, a summer camp for kids with life-threatening diseases. And then he stayed there every summer, telling ghost stories and putting on stage shows with other celebrities. This is the guy who, as part of a team that competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona race, placed third. In his 70s. He was the consummate director's actor and actor's actor, always willing to do whatever it took to get the perfect take. He never traveled with an assistant, he never wanted a fancy trailer. He just wanted to work and do the best job he could do. And to cap all that off, he was number 19 on Nixon's enemies list, the mark of a good man if ever there was one. I use one of the Newman's dressings on sandwiches. I was literally chewing a sandwich with that dressing when I read this till. It's also pretty good salad dressing. If it's got Newman's face on it, I'm buying it. Great quality and a great charity. Win/win. Oh no. The corn. Paul Newman is going to have my legs broke. Newman's own products are actually pretty damn good too. All the comments in this thread where people are saying they didn't know Paul Newman was an actor are blowing my mind. I too have read the back of a bottle of Newman's own. I loved their pretzel sticks but can't find them anywhere anymore. Wasn't there a scandal at the shareholders or board level? Love their coffee. And candy bars. And cookies. Never had the salad dressing, but everything I've ever bought from Newman's own has never been a disappointment. The man was handsome inside and out. There was pretty interesting article years ago in Vanity Fair detailing the aftermath of the Newman's own brand. Not sure on an update since then, but it seems to still be thriving. https://www. Vanity Fair.com/news/2015/07/ Paul Newman's own family feud Susan Newman, https://www. Vanity Fair.com/news/2015/07/ Paul Newman's own family feud Susan Newman. I got to see him play the stage manager in the play Our Town Wan Broadway. His bio in the playbill was very self-deprecating, something like, Mr. Newman if best known for his brand of salad dressings. Beautiful play and Jane Curtin was amazing in it as well. And you all are welcome for making the boxes it ships in haha. Newman's olive oil and vinegar and the creamy Caesar is off the charts. His dressings are okay, a little heavy on oil, but his spaghetti sauces and salsas are my staple. Saccaroni and vodka sauce, and any salsa. Paul Newman is the only famous person whose death really made me sad. His movies defined my childhood. I have been buying Newman's own since it started. He was, I believe, just a genuinely decent man. Newman's cheese pizza is really good. It is small but perfect for 2 people with some left over. We like it better than many of the restaurants in our town. We love the Newman spaghetti sauces. They are great alone when we're in a hurry, and they also make great bases for when we have time to be more creative with adding in things. The lemonade is delicious, too. Another very cool side note, they track sales in each state/region, and then give each its own personalized charity donation. Meaning there isn't just one national charity that benefits, rather they give local to where the product was purchased. Newman was an impressive human being. I remember seeing that in high school and thinking what a POS, leveraging his acting into ripping people off for salad dressing. Somehow missing for years he was actually giving a lot of money to charity. I'll have to make it up to him at the next egg eating contest. His red sauces are really good as well. His food products are also good, made with good stuff, sometimes the cheapest option, and profits go to charity. Always buy his stuff. My father worked at a marina in Westport Court during the summers while he was in high school and college. Paul Newman kept his boat there, and I guess he would tip with a case of beer every visit. He'd write to the boys, "From Paul" on every one. My dad regrets not keeping any of the boxes. He also told me that one time his boat sank at the mooring after a huge storm because he forgot to cover anything, and he just laughed it off. Seemed like a cool guy. I love Newman's own frozen pizza. Paul Newman was so sexy. He was total babe when was young and aged like a fine champagne. He was regarded as the most faithful husband in Hollywood. He was famous for saying, "I have a steak at home, why would I eat a hamburger when I'm out?" It's just a shame he couldn't put any on all those boiled eggs. His food is really good, but I have a question. According to the Wikipedia page, in 2016 it gave away $30 million after $600 million in pure sales. Are the taxes and production costs really $570 million? That seems off to me. I am not in business, so I don't know what the norm is. It was a fucking awesome business case, had to read a book on it in college. They made superior organic dressing, other shelf-stable stuff full of artificial preservatives, and a non-profit company as well. Funded a camp for disabled/sick kids at first. Paul was a great guy. I sent off for his autograph years ago and he died, thought really wish I got that before he died. Weeks later I got the autograph back with a personal note, somewhat smeared but addressed to my son, who was getting autographs for later in his life. He was signing autographs for fans up till his last days. Class act guy.